Paul, good morning. Listen, thanks for spending some time with me. I'm really looking forward to discussing for about 10 minutes really around, the relationship between South Lakes Housing and Total Mobile and the work that we're doing together. I suppose really just to get us started to set the scene for anybody who's watching us, could you tell me a little bit about South Lakes Housing, the type of work that you guys do, and I suppose what your role specifically is within the organisation?
Yep, morning. So yeah, at South Lakes Housing, SH, we're an independent not-for-profit housing association with the largest provider of affordable homes in South Lakeland in Cumbria. We have around 3,000 homes that we provide to our customers, and we also do services for other housing providers. So South Lakes, in terms of staffing numbers, around about 135 people, and we've existed as a housing association since 2012. Myself, so I've worked for South Lakes for 15 years now, been involved in various different projects throughout my time, housing systems, finance, scheduling systems, all those kind of things. Probably one of the most interesting projects for myself was migrating away from the council's infrastructure at the time and creating our own network to become the housing association. So predominantly I've been in the IT, and then sort of more recently the business transformation space and business intelligence, really.
Okay, lovely. Thank you for that background. And I suppose you said you set up in 2012, and you've actually been a customer of Total Mobile for quite a long time in your existence. Then you've been certainly for a number of years. We've been working together. And I think one of the things that's been really interesting is that during that relationship you've regularly added new functionality into your solution. So can you maybe just talk me through some of the capabilities that from Total Mobile that you've implemented within and across South Lakes Housing?
Yeah, so we've been a customer for quite a while, really. So we actually first started just doing customer text appointment confirmations to our tenants, and then over the years we've sort of built on that. So we've actually managed to remove our previous sort of field service management solution and our previous dynamic scheduling systems. We then replaced that with Connect to create kind of one system rather than, I think we had about 3 or 4 systems doing what Connect now does as one system. So we kind of started with launching the mobile app of Connect for our trade staff, the scheduling, job costing, materials integration with Wolseley. And then the probably the most interesting one for us was the void management side that Connect could do. So we've kind of now managed to get a full workflow from our housing system into our repair system Connect, and then kind of hung off the back of that with sort of KPIs and knowing exactly where we're up to with void. So it's that I've highlighted that because that's probably one of the things that we really couldn't achieve with the previous systems that we used.
Yeah, that's interesting. You've obviously rolled the solution out to a number of areas. You mentioned voids, responsive repairs. I believe you recently rolled this out into surveying as well. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So we've kind of just looked at expanded as much as we possibly can with Connect. So we Connect is used across most of the business, even in terms of tenancy management, using forms and sending PDFs back to different people. So so we use Connect for responsive repairs, we use it for voids, and we use it for surveying. So we've used it for surveying for the past year or so. Okay. One of the main drivers to sort of put surveying and inspections on was to improve our customer service for our tenants, really. So we can now our customers now get text message confirmations once our customer service team have booked in the appointment. Then tenants get the day before reminder to tell them that it's due. They get an en route message, which has been fed from our customers as really useful to sort of give them that kind of DPD approach in terms of giving them a bit more notice that someone's on their way to the job, and then automating satisfaction surveys off the back of all that once it's completed. So I think that's probably one of our biggest success areas with Connect to be able to just quite quickly expand it to other areas. Yeah, and then probably the other one that we've found really useful is that we've been able to actually service other housing associations repair services through Connect, and kind of link into other housing systems that we don't use, and we've found that sort of integration as pretty good as well.
Fantastic. So it really is very much ingrained across quite a wide range of the services that are delivered from South Lakes Housing. I suppose we covered, you're using quite a wide range of capabilities. You're using in quite a lot of areas. What would you say have been some of the benefits by being able to work with one supplier for that?
I think it's kind of we found working with yourselves just really easy to feedback on. The system generally always seems to have the functionality that we ask for as well, or has a means to be able to do what we want. So it's been, over the years, it's been quite different to some of the systems that we've worked with or services, is that the response times in particular, with sort of support in particular, has been phenomenal in terms of compared to some of the providers that we've worked with in the past. So it's just enabled us to service our own internal colleagues, I guess, with their requests of what they want to do with the system, that we can do it ourselves usually because the functionality is there, but also if we have any questions or need to ask something, support are there to be able to provide us the answers really quickly.
That's fantastic to hear, because as an organisation, that's certainly something that we very much strive for. Obviously, the success of an implemented solution quite often comes down to how staff adopt and buy into the change in the process. But what has been the feedback from your frontline staff with regards to using the solution, and what's the impact that they say it's really had in their working lives?
I think it's always one of those a little bit hard to judge, to be completely factual with the answers, but I think our staff overall have been really impressed with probably the reliability and ease of use of the software, because previously, as I say, we used a couple of solutions, and those solutions weren't necessarily the most reliable. We'd quite often have to reset devices or services to make sure that the operatives and the trade staff were getting their jobs on a day-to-day basis. We even, because of the reliability, extended our support hours to sort of 7:30 a.m. till 5 p.m. to make sure we covered, because it's one of the most important areas of our trade staff, because they're home-based and they travel to the job. If they literally can't receive the job there and then, they've got no way of knowing where they're getting to. So I think the reliability has been really impressive. I think feedback from our planners, who are probably the main users of the system, they really like it compared to the previous scheduling system that they used. And I think our void planner in particular has just loved that they're able to schedule all their void works in one place and schedule all those visits. So they we all know where we're up to with a void. We know where our trade staff are visiting next in terms of void. So I think that's probably been the sort of most impressive stuff in terms of hearing back from our staff in terms of what they think of the system, really. I guess the other area for our trade staff in terms of their feedback is that the mobile application just works offline where it needs to, and being in the Lake District, we don't get the best signal, and we never have. I don't think we ever will compared to most places, but I think that's been one of the biggest challenges over the years, to implement mobile working, and the fact that it works offline has really benefited as well.
Yeah, fantastic. Because by making the working lives of staff easier and empowering them to do their job, that's where the benefits really kind of cascade from, be that with regards to service quality, tenant satisfaction, productivity, etc. I suppose really final question, Paul, is really around, it's quite clear that you guys are an organisation, you're looking to continuously evolve and continuously transform and deliver better services. So, the obvious question is, what's next? What have you identified as the next area that you're looking to improve upon?
It's just building, really. I think we've got various different projects in our program, board in terms of what we want to do. Like loads of them don't involve technology, but I think it's kind of just expand on any additional features we can use in Connect. One of the main particular areas is materials integration. So we use a materials merchant called Wolseley. Previously Connect didn't support the integration with Wolseley, so we've now got that integration and testing that really. So we're looking at kind of better quality control, cost information, and that kind of cost information and quantities and stuff moving across both of the systems, Wolseley system and Connect system. That's probably the main area that we'll get loads of benefits from, not only in sort of van stock management and process, but it will predominantly help first time fixes for our customers, I think.
Yeah, fantastic. Listen, Paul, thanks very much for taking some time today. You know, I know we've very much enjoyed working with South Lakes Housing over the years and supporting you on your digital transformation journey. I'm looking forward to doing that again well into the future. So thanks for the overview and look forward to speaking to you again soon.
No worries. Thank you.
Thank you.